All right, all right, all right. Okay, let's do this.
Venga.
We are live. And let's see. Let's change the images here. Okay, look at that. We got some this stuff. Deadline. What else do we have? We're just like clicking on different things here. Well, people arrive. So, hi everyone. We got, wow, 10 people watching. What? That is insane. So, all of you who are just joining, please just leave a message on the chat. I don't know where you're watching, but I'm going to put it here. Look at that. So, if you put a chat, if you put a message, you're going to be famous. You're going to be like, hi, mom, I'm here, I'm on TV. So, yeah, it's been one of those days, It's been one of those days where the energy's a little bit low. It's a little bit like all over the place. Being on meetings, being on calls, being on Twitter, and having a little bit of existential dread. It's just one of those days. Hi, mom. I love Eric. Just like here saying hi, mom. So, hello, Pabs. Thank you. Hello, MD. Is MD because you're a doctor? You're a medical doctor? MD Wahid. What about you, Eric? Where are you guys from? Where are you guys visiting us from? I would love to know what time is it over there. Let's wait for more people. Let's actually also put the, the music a little bit lower. But yeah, just like it's been one of those days I was telling you. Would love for you to share. ¿Qué más, güey? Eric Vogel is like talking in Spanish. Like, let's put him here. And everybody, the Layer Slayers live. Yeah, I should get my outfit soon. But it's really hot. Like, I don't know if you see my outfit. My outfit is just like all furry and stuff. I'm not a furry. Nothing wrong with being a furry, but I'm not a furry. But I do like the furry thingy. And let's see. Oh, look at that. That is my face, everybody. Chilean, Venezuelan, gringo. Uh, we have Jody. Is it Jody or Jody? Oh, jodie. Hola, it's been a long time. I haven't caught up on my classes. Oh, very bad, Jody. Very bad. Mm-mm-mm. So we have Eric, who's from Chile, Venezuela, gringo. It's a little bit of everything, apparently. And we have Dan Williams here joining us. And also, look who else is here. We have Vidi over here. She's in the background. So everybody say hey, hi to Vidi.
Hello.
Are you in bed, Vidi?
Perhaps.
I love it. I love that we can do a live stream and you can just be from bed. Like, I'm sure that on another, I have seen you, Vidi, where you work and then you have a window of a video that is just playing like a telenovela on the side while you're working. Is that what you're doing? Do you have a telenovela on the side?
Yeah, I gotta keep entertained while working. Multitasking.
You muted the live stream and then you just watching a telenovela on the side. Young kids, man, just like how do you do it? How do you? I seen just like young people just like being able to consume a lot of stuff at the same time. How do you
I
do
know. I put my phone here as if I was going to look at you, but actually I'm looking at my phone to the telenovela, see? And you don't know.
That's cool. Like, what is one good telenovela that we can all watch now?
N- No idea. To be honest, I don't watch telenovelas. Like maybe I should ask my mother.
Oh,
She's a,
your mom is she still a big is she big into telenovelas still?
yeah, that's a mother Mexican's mother thing.
I have seen that they gotten pretty good. The production value has gone up.
Yeah, you feel like
Yeah. It's gone a little bit high. Just like more camera angles. The production of the stages is pretty good. I don't know.
expression of the face, like the zoom in. Yeah, they're really dramatic.
Back in my day, there was a telenovela that was called Carrusel de Niños. As a kid, yeah,
Wow, wow.
wow, exactly. Wow, Pablo, you are old. Yeah, I was a kid when that was on the TV, and I wouldn't miss it. Just like every day, carrusel, un carrusel de niños. So it was a telenovela for kids.
And you were a kid, so
As a kid, and all of us, we were just like really engaged with it. And instead of watching cartoons or doing normal kids stuff,
I
we
know I did the same. Like after school, I go to my grandmother's house to have my meal and watch a telenovela in that time. And my favorite telenovela was Vivan los Niños, which was also like a kids telenovela, children telenovela for children, and it was really cool. Like
wow, Viva los niños. I didn't hear of that.
yeah,
Somebody's saying, Laura Guglielmetti, she's saying, my mom is into Turkish telenovelas. I didn't
yeah.
even hear
I
of it.
think that's a thing right now. Like my mother is also watching Turkish telenovelas because they're really cool, like really engaging and entertaining. My mother does that actually.
Uh, and yeah, just like telenovelas are. Again, I was introduced into telenovelas with that. And then, but back in my day, there was also one that was really big. That was called, well, the actor was Catalina Krill. And
The one with the one in the eye, like he has a pet.
yeah, Catalina Krill. Catalina.
Stepmother. I think it was called like that. La
Yeah,
madrastra.
she was like the most evil person on earth. And hold on, let me see if I can share an image.
Yeah,
Here, is there any way I can Betty La Fea? Okay, hold on.
yeah. Betty la Fea. Let me tell you, it's a really good telenovela. Like I think it was from another country. I don't remember, but we did the remake here in Mexico, and it was really fun. La Fea Más Bella was in Mexico actually.
Wow. Okay, so hold on. Let me add some images here so everybody knows what I'm talking about. This is very important. Let me add some this
We
all.
can't start without you knowing who was
So
Catalina Creel.
yeah, let me put here Catalina Krill. That's Catalina Krill. Look at how evil she looks. She looks like she's planning some stuff. She's just like Mr. Burns, like doing evil plannings. Like, look at it here. She's like, and she had this eye patch, which made her even more evil. That's like
Yes, it's scary. You will have nightmares with that face.
I mean, the character design in this, and her clothes are just like all like luxurious and stuff. Her. I don't know. She's Catalina Cruz. She's an icon in Mexican telenovelas, still to this day.
Yeah, she is. Also, as Laura is saying, like Veronica Castro, really an icon. Yeah, a lot of famous people for telenovelas here in Mexico.
Uh,
Good.
yeah. So today, I think we're getting into telenovelas a lot, and that's okay. But I think we should get into our topic today.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
correct.
like, oh yeah,
Might be nice.
forgot about that. Betty La Fea is mentioned here. What else is mentioned here? Maria la
María
del
del Barrio,
Barrio.
Talía.
Talia.
María la del Barrio.
I mean, Talia made like a ton of different Marias, right?
Yes.
Or was it always the same Maria? Was it like
No, different telenovelas. She make Marimar, I
Mar-
guess. Mariela del Barrio, like, a lot. Yeah, a really good one, Talia.
I uh, I
Greetings to
love
Talia.
I love that that really infiltrated like Mexican culture, and I'm pretty sure that not just only Mexican culture, but Latin America. I'm sure that they were probably put in other countries down there in Latin America.
Oh yes, Maria Mercedes, correct, correct. That was the Maria I was missing, Lara.
Yeah.
You do know about telenovelas.
So I wanted to like we started this stuff, and we're gonna get into the Figma stuff, by the way. Las de
Eventually.
Verónica Castro o Grecia Colmena. I wanted to when we started this live stream, and we were talking before this, and well, Vidi was asking me, Pablo, what is wrong with you?
That was not the question.
Me? Why? Because like I was a little bit low energy. I was like, and so Vidi was a little bit like, hey, what's up, Pablo? Are you okay? And I guess sometimes like we get this. I don't know. I was feeling a little bit like I don't know if down, but like low energy, and also just like with a block. Have you ever felt that way, where it's like you don't know where to go, you don't know
Yeah,
what
like
to do?
nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong actually, but you just like mm, there
So
floating.
yeah, and what do you usually do? Like I mean, I felt a little bit of a created block, whatever that means.
Okay.
And I felt where it's like I want to start something, and I just like get stuck, and it's like, and I start asking myself like, well, what do I even do this? What am I doing? Like, what is all this? What is all this for? And I get into this existential like kind of questions, and and then I go into YouTube and just like waste my time. You know what I've been wasting my time on? Speaking of
Okay.
telenovelas, I suppose like modern day telenovelas that are like more like crime videos where about interviews they do to criminals when
Oh
they're
wow. Yeah, I watched that. Really interesting.
because it's usually interviews that they do when the police when they're still doing like their investigation,
Uh-huh.
and you know when in the movies when they bring you into a room, a solitary room, and there's just one police officer or maybe two police officers, and they're asking you questions, there's a table, and these things always get recorded,
Yes. Uh-huh.
usually like the police wants to Maria Mercedes is uh, what it's they use different tactics to just like get you to confess. They want you to confess. They want you as a they want to get the truth out of you. But I feel sometimes that their point is just like getting people to confess that they committed the crime or that they were complicit, they were part of it.
Yeah,
And
like maybe different questions that get the same answer. Like only they change the way they ask the questions so you can get confused or like yeah, they mess with your mind probably.
yeah, and it's and anyway, the interviews, the it always starts where like this interview was reviewed by a forensics expert, an FBI agent, and a CIA agent. There are experts in interrogations, and so it's like, oh, we're gonna get into the cool stuff, and they they're like you're watching the interview, the interrogation that they do to these people, and they pause like at every moment because they explain to you if the person is doing soothing behaviors where they start grabbing their
Oh, okay.
like about their body communication. What do you call it? So like, which is I have to clarify that it's pseudoscience. You know, it's not. It's not. It hasn't been proved that like we that you can detect if someone is lying with their body. You know, like that you
Body
can
language.
detect. Oh, their eye is twitching. That means they're lying, and
Yeah,
it might be other things. You know, and you might not just be nervous. I mean, you are with the police.
yeah, and they're like focus their attention on you and like looking at every movement you do. Of course, you get nervous. I would get nervous.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, if I were
I
at
mean,
a
but I can say I'm not innocent just because you're looking at me that way. You know, like you make me feel like
yeah,
innocent.
and it's like whenever I see those interviews, I'm like, I would totally fail these things because I'm just like all fidgety. I'm always like
You will
this.
confess, even though it's not true. Like, yeah, I did it. Like, whatever.
Just leave me alone. Just let me be. I'll confess whatever you want me to say. Uh, but but yeah. Anyway, they're pretty interesting, and there's a channel called "Come with Us" or "Come," I don't know, something "Strangers with Us." Oh man, I'm the worst. Uh, and anyway, they do a lot of these videos, and usually you get to see the criminals at the end confessing or being caught on their lies. And
And
it's
they all got caught. Like at the end, they like that's the end of the chapter.
yeah, most of them. I mean, there's yeah, I haven't. I don't think I have seen one where they didn't resolve the case. You know?
I don't think works that way. Like they will make you like it will take the time that it has to take to make you confess. Like,
Yeah.
wow, interesting. New
So
telenovela.
so yeah, like if you're really if you're thinking of committing a crime, and you're thinking of like not getting caught, and
Mhm.
you're like, oh, I'm gonna be able to any interview, just bring it to me. I'll be good. No, no,
Not
they
happening.
like I don't know. Like I feel like committing a crime now it's really hard. Like like with DNA tests and stuff, and also like now they're doing DNA tests where they don't even need to have your DNA on record. You know,
Uh-huh.
because like usually like oh they can find the DNA of a person, but if they don't have that DNA on a data bank of their criminal people who have gotten their DNA samples, then
Mm-hmm.
they don't know who it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now I think that there's this. I think you know that there's different apps like uh, 1 3 and Me or 2 3 and Me or something like that, and there's also another one Ancestry or something, and it's just like it's these apps that companies that allow you to just like hey they send you a package, you give them a DNA sample like from your nose or I don't know
Or
how,
saliva.
and was that
The saliva, like the DNA from the saliva. My actually, my father make one, like I don't know, like a month ago, because our family in LA wanted to know like all the genealogic tree. So
yeah
all doing that, you get a box, you do the DNA, you put it on the yeah, really easy, and you can get to know all your ancestors.
yeah because they can tell you like if you are a Viking, if you are how Neanderthal versus the other one are you, how much of a monkey you are, and you're like, oh, but anyway, the thing is that well, this is like a huge DNA like bank of the data bank, you know, and there are different companies, and there's I think the 1 2 3 and Me, or again, I'm botching all these names. I don't think they work with the police, but there's another one that does,
Okay.
and they do work with the police. So the thing is this that they can get to a criminal even if they don't have their DNA on record. Why? Because it is very probable that someone from their family might have. So they can get to you if someone, even if it is like a long distance, like a cousin or something, they can
Related.
get to you as a criminal because they gave their DNA. So then they're like, and then they get to you, like
They
at
they
least
connect all the dots till they get to you.
they get back to you because I mean, or at
Mm,
least they get back to possible people that could be. It's just like, hey, it could be. I mean, we're looking for a male, and we're looking that is in around these ages. So then from that, it's like, oh, okay, it could be one of these three people.
yeah,
But
they start
it gets
filtering
really
everything
close.
till they get to you.
Yeah. So people do not commit crimes. They're gonna get you. Okay.
Stop it!
And,
Don't do it.
and even if they don't have your DNA, the,
They will get
the interrogations are tough. So
it.
because
Don't.
you're thinking about committing a crime, and it's just like now I'm like, wow, I don't think I can do it anymore. I'm having second thoughts uh, after watching these.
Thanks for the advice, Pabs.
So, or you can watch those videos, and now you whenever they're going, if you go and commit a crime, now you know the tricks before when they're going to interview. Now you know what they're going to ask you and all the tricks that they're going to play on you. So,
So we
uh,
came here to learn about design, and we ended up learning about new tricks.
on how to commit the perfect crime,
The
yes.
perfect
On,
crime.
on
Amazing.
hey, no, but seriously, I was thinking like what what do you think is let's change the subject drastically.
Okay.
We were talking about a getting stuck and all that, and I was wondering, what do you think? Number one, why do we get stuck? Why do we feel that creative block? What do you think that happens?
I don't know. Like, I think it's a very human like thing. Like, yeah, you're not always on your best days. You're not always on your lowest days. Like, it's gonna pass. Like, it's cool because you get to appreciate the times where you are like really happy and really creative, and you have to have these days in order to have those days. That's the way I think. So yeah, when that happens to me, I try like to do some, like, I realize, like, okay, I've been here seated by hours, like not moving, like only being in front of my computer.
Yeah,
I should take a walk. I should, I don't know, buy some coffee, go get some coffee. I should lay
get in
on my bed.
routine, right?
I don't
Get
know.
in a routine of like those things that get you started, like like
Like tiny task, like you can get to do easily, like doing my laundry, or like putting the stretching, you know, things you can do really easily. And then I don't know, everything gets easier, and just take your time, and only also like accept those moments. Like, yeah, today I'm feeling like this. This
yeah.
is all the best I can do for today. It's fine.
I think yeah. For me, it has. I mean, I I heard some people saying like, oh, like I don't get anything done, or I don't get started just for the fear of failure. Just like a fear of messing up and not being making things perfect too.
That exactly.
It's weird. I don't ever suffer from that. I mean, as you can see, all of the stuff that I put out there,
As you can
it's just
see,
like there's no fear of failure. It's just like I'm shameless about how imperfect my stuff is. You're like, yeah, yeah, there you go. I don't care. So I don't suffer from that problem, but I think I've been feeling that, I don't know, like burnout or whatever that is. It's just
yes.
like that lack of inspiration, and just like, I don't know. It's weird. And it sometimes it's just like, and the weird thing is that it's not a lack of things to do. There's a lot of things that I could be doing,
Yes.
but I think that it's actually worse, because like then you have all these things and you're like, I don't know where to begin.
Overwhelmed. Like, oh, I have a bunch of stuff to do. I don't feel like doing any, but I know they are waiting for me.
Yeah, you know where to begin. And anyway, I'm gonna talk to my psychiatrist about this.
Take a
Uh,
walk, distract, like do something new. Also, it's gonna be good. Like, don't force yourself. Also, like Laura is saying right now, like we tend to feel guilty for not being productive. It
Yeah,
happens, but
I think I was talking to Jason, my co-founder of Mucho, and he was feeling like that, and he shared, dude, like I took a break, and that helped a ton. And and I feel like I never take a break consciously. I never say
I confirm.
disconnect the phone, disconnect everything, taking a break time. It's always, even when I try to rest, there's no real rest. So I I guess that's something that we need to do, right? Taking a break, changing your environment. You know what? Changing your environment is something that I've actually realized that it can help, but it can also not help. Like I think that since I've been traveling these days, it's been hard for me to get into the habits, and habits keep me paced. It keeps me just like a productive, because I go and I went to Tbilisi, and that was for 1 week, and I think before going there, I was getting into the
I really,
groove doing something, and then I went there, and so now my like it's just like now my head is all broken. I don't know what to do, and I don't know what are the things that I'm supposed to do. Even the time changed, and then I came back, and it's like, okay, I started getting back into my habits again, and got back into the things that I need to do to just like keep me focused. And then I went back and did another 1 week of traveling, so all my habits are gone again, and I'm back, and I'm like, I'm lost. So I
okay.
need
It
to
sounds, it
get
sounds
back
like
in.
you're blaming me for
Eh?
saying you. It sounds like you're blaming me for agree all this traveling because I'm
Oh,
the one in charge. Like, oh,
so
you're going here, you're going here. So
for anyone that doesn't know, like Vidi helps me with my travel stuff, like with my agenda,
It's
with my
11:30.
like if I'm going to go talk, like Vidi is the one that usually says yes or yay or nay, or and also just like handles my calendar so I don't go too crazy. So no, I'm not blaming you. Like we said, yes.
I
I'm
can.
I'm just sharing that. And I think I'm going to do this by the end of the month again, and I'm already dreading that, because I'm like, dude, I'm going to lose my momentum again. And anyway, don't travel,
Nah,
girls.
that's not the lesson to learn.
Don't travel, stay home. Be boring. That is the advice today, brought to you by Together. Do you want to see Shredder, semi-naked Shredder?
Let's see.
I don't know if you can, if it focuses on
Yeah, it's focused.
naked Shredder.
It's purple. I like the color.
Oh, it's purple. I thought it was blue. Okay. Yeah. So, do you think purple is like evil color? Ooh,
Mysterious, mysteriously evil. I would say that.
mysterious and evil.
Mhm.
Shredder in Spanish is destructor. He was the evil. I, it's kind of like the Darth Vader of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, because it's not the ultimate master. The ultimate master will be the Emperor in Star Wars, and in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, it's Crank, the brain, literally the brain behind the. It's literally a brain.
Oh, it's cool.
And how bored are you that I'm just sharing these very nerd facts? Hold on 1 second. So here you go. We have Krang. This is the evil master, but it's this guy.
Evil.
Yeah. So this guy is just like a robot, like a cyborg that is being controlled by Krang, because I don't remember exactly, but he was turned into just something happening in the mutation, that at the end all that was left out of Krang was a brain.
So he
So
has the brain in his belly.
yeah, and you can see the brain
You
there.
can open it. Okay.
You open it. Yeah, again, this is not a human. This is like a robot. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you
Okay,
can see it.
I was worried about that. Okay, yes.
Look at that. I
See?
love the 80s punk, like kind of retro aesthetics
Yes.
on these. Like, this is what in the 80s we thought like bad people looked like. Just like
Yeah, it
punk,
looks bad, I would
street
say.
punks. Like, and you can see this aesthetics also in Batman, like the one from Frank Miller, the Batman. What's it called? The Dark Knight Returns, I think.
Mhm, mhm.
And the bad guys use glasses like this too. Just
Tan, 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 tan,
like,
Evil place.
like, like even look at this guy too. This guy is
Oh, wow.
look at those glasses, but they look so cool. They're like punk rockers from the 80s. He's and look at this. So Krang is just a brain, but then it can go into different uh
Wow, it's cool. Can you open that? Can you
yeah,
touch the brain actually? Oh, no, it falls.
killed Krang. And then Krang is here.
Wow.
Uh,
Ew.
I love that you're pretending like that you're interested in this.
No, I'm interested. Like,
Pablo,
I do not have that toys. I never. I only have Barbies and girly stuff.
is this a like? Do you never get into because these are like very boys stuff, right?
Yeah, that's Superboy. Like, not my thing. When
Like,
I was a kid, I only have like these girly toys.
yeah, I mean, even the look of them, just like
Right.
very testosterone, just like big guys. I mean, the guy, even the guy, just semi-naked, homoerotic, uh, bad guy. You know, it's kind of cool. Uh, we were that's what I grew up with, and I throughout all the house I have these guys, but they're all villains. I only collect villains
Oh, wow. Why? Why is that?
because I'm a bad boy.
Okay.
No, oh
Need
my,
a-
how much do you cringe there? No, because I don't know, just because I'm special.
They look more like, I feel like you can experiment a lot with the assets, the evil assets of a villain instead of a hero one. Like you only got the superhero suit and that's it. But villain, you can get to put a lot of stuff in the face, the brain in the belly. Like, what the fuck? And it's more entertaining.
Yeah, Laura is saying here. We tend to feel have to leave Paolo and you guys are putting this together. Have fun. And just like Laura is saying, like, hey, we tend to feel guilty for not being productive. Do you ever feel like that?
Guilty, yes, but I used to. I've been working on that. Like, you don't have to feel guilty. Like I was telling you before, like it's a human thing. Like feeling like tired, feeling not productive, feeling like doing nothing. But that's
Yeah.
okay. Good and bad days.
But it's hard to fight those feelings because it's a. I feel like sometimes it's also like a cultural thing, like a cultural expectation. It's just like you gotta be working, man. You're not working. What are you? You're just lazy, man. And it's so it's this. I think in Mexico it's a little bit like that. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
No,
Where
I think you're right. Like, mm, yeah, I feel that. Like with my parents, and like you have to raise your kids, you have to earn money, you have to, you can get to rest. Like you push yourself a lot to get more money, to get more and more and more, and yeah.
yeah, and I think it's like society, man. Society, man, is the problem. But yeah, like you can get this societal pressure to be more productive, and if you're not being productive, then you're not being a good member of society, and you're not adequate, and you're not a, you're not
Complete-
constantly achieving. And more, I think now with social media and all this stuff, where it's like you go to LinkedIn, and LinkedIn is all about, look at all these things that I did, all these things that I did. Look at
and the,
all these things that I did,
like
how cool I am. It's
all
all
my
about this
achievements.
fight of just like, it's just all of us were just like projecting. Look at the stuff that I did. I'm cool, and I do like my goals and my standards. I keep them high, and it's like it feels like a constant competition, you know.
Competition, yeah, yeah.
And
How do you feel when you look at that? It's like overwhelming for me. Like, oh my god, what I've been doing. Like,
yeah,
compared to this awesome guy, I
I
feel like doing nothing.
I blame my parents. My parents, they now my parents are the best, but they were pretty like there was a lot of uh,
They grew.
up like a work ethic, you know, just like very strong work ethic, and you just like a there's no time to relax. There's time to just like a keep doing stuff, you know. And my mom especially was very keeping the standards as high as possible, you know, and like it, hey, no, it was good. I'm glad. I'm very thankful. I'm not being, but I think that also can create like this the opposite too, where it's like suddenly you get stuck and you feel guilty and you feel shame if you don't do enough, and you feel like that constant pressure to keep like your value is measured not by who you are, what you contribute to the world, and or like how you appreciate the world, but like how much stuff you do and the quality of that stuff that you do and how perfect that stuff that you do is. So like I I mean, see, I love doing these things because I feel like I haven't gone to therapy in a very long time. This is like going to therapy for me,
Why
as
you
you
should come to therapy if you have your live streams every Thursday?
every Thursday, just join with Pablo. Doesn't want to pay a therapist, so he just jumps on live stream, and then drags Vidi into it, and Vidi's like, "Oh, leave me alone."
Here I am, the therapist.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, we just gotta be a little more patient with ourselves, right?
Yeah, of course,
Yeah, of course.
of
No,
course.
I'm
Like, don't blame yourself for feeling like this way. One
yeah,
day, 2 days. It should pass. It
yeah.
shall pass. Come on.
Okay, being 40, we've been here. It's in Latin America at least. Yeah, we can have the same level of fertility all the time. It's group therapy. Exactly, Laura.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here, uh, doing this group therapy with us, Laura. Uh, so we've been 40 minutes here, and I think
Therapy session. So we did just great.
so. What if I tried to do the thing that I wanted to do while here?
Okay.
Which was, hey, I've been working on some. Let me hide the chat. And let me share my screen. And I've been doing some. Let me hide this comment by Laura. Thank you so much, Laura. So I've been doing some editorial stuff on Figma. Just like, hey, this is more of a side project and more of an experiment. Uh, we have a plugin called Lumi, which is for stock images and all made with AI. And I I don't know. I was thinking about like, hey, how could I how, can we make an actual magazine using Lumi? You know, like using Lumi, can we make a magazine? But I was like, oh, okay, cool. But then we need templates for that editorial stuff. And I
Mhm.
was like, oh, and usually you would do all of this stuff with like a tool like Adobe InDesign or even Canva or Affinity has one that is called Publisher, I think, that also does stuff like this.
Mhm.
But I was like, But can you do this on Figma? It's almost like a challenge to do things that Figma was not designed to do this stuff, but hey, maybe you can do it too. So I've been doing these templates, these layouts, and this is the first time I use grids, as you can see, and it's actually been pretty cool. I think that for print stuff, using grids, I don't know if you can see this,
Yeah.
and the rows, and doing this stuff with grids, like it has helped keep a really nice like a layout, you know. And I made a couple of textiles for body and heading. And I was thinking, hey, maybe on the live stream, I can do a couple of layouts more. I had
Hmm.
I made a wireframe here of the layouts. And maybe we could also show how I made the grid and then create a couple of new pages and also just create some color variables and also some text variables, some stuff that is going to be boring when we do it, but once we start using it, it's going to be dope. I believe that's what I think. That's what I believe. So, what if we do? Well, first, let me show you how I made this grid. So, I made this in a base, and I actually love this. So, there you go. And I saved a grid that is called magazine grid, and it has two properties, rows and columns. And it has 8 and 8. By the way, I don't know if 8 is the right. I keep seeing different grids out there. Some are only 4, some are 6, and some all go all the way to 12. The cool thing about like doing 12 is that you can do things that are on divisible by 3. So you can do 3 columns, for example. The same, I suppose, will happen if you do with 6, but you have less freedom. If, for example, I think I started just with 4, like a 4 column grid, and then I started wanting to do more things. And I was like,
Hmm.
oh, well, let's go to 6. And then I started to do even more things where it's like, hey, I think, so I went all the way to 8 because I wanted to have 4 columns, and 6 would have not allowed me to do that because I could only do 3 columns. But now that I have 8, I would like to do like columns that are divisible by 3, but 8, well, is not. And if I do 9, then I cannot do halfsies. So I think that's why people use 12. Oh my God, I'm going to all the way to 12. Because then, I mean, if we do 12, da, 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 let me just copy it and then put it here. If you do 12, then you can do
Half, and you can do in three, right?
you can do oh man, hold on. This thing is just like locked. Hold on, sorry. So if you do 12, oh man, hold on. One more second. Sorry about that. It's just that if it is a component, then it doesn't allow you to do a lot of stuff. But yeah, like what if I wanted to do halfsies? You know, well, you do halfsies here, halfsies. You can do also divisible by 3, so you can do like a four, four columns, 4 columns, and 4 columns,
And
and
a
then
big.
also do divided by 4. So you can do 4 columns with, well, sorry, 4 columns that are made out of 3 columns. So you can do this. Da, 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 da. And and then you can also do stuff like cool stuff like well, actually, let me. The cool thing about this is that I can do a shift. Oh man, what am I doing? Shift A, grid. Wait, what's going on? What did I do? I'm sorry. Anyway, you can do cool stuff like this, where it's like a you do maybe one that is like this, but then you have another one that is like this, a little bit larger. You know, just gives you a lot of flexibility. So yeah, I think I'm going to go with 12. Anyway, now with that grid, I start putting together the elements here. Oh, now this is not on the grid. What's going on? Yo, what's going on? Did I break it? No, this shouldn't be broken. I don't break stuff. Yeah. And anyway, I put some margin on the top and on the left, and then I put the columns, enough margin just to leave some white space. And then I started just like putting this. For example, this one was pretty cool because this goes over the page. So we have two pages. This is one page, and then this is another page. But this image goes over the page here. And since I'm doing a component, then this goes over the page all the way here. Anyway, cool stuff. Cool stuff. Let's do another one. What do you think? And on this one, I was thinking that doing a big heading that goes on two pages from the left to the right, and then a couple of columns. Now that we can do three columns, maybe we do this with three like this. Haha. Yeah. Are you down?
I'm super down. I'm just wondering if we are going to put AI images, what should the text be about? Like, were you thinking about what to share in the magazine?
Yeah, so I was thinking that the magazine would also be made with AI too, just like a using, well, it could be ChatGPT or something where it's like, hey, we tell ChatGPT what the subject should be about, and
Uh-huh.
then let the ChatGPTs do their work for us. I'm still like, I still don't know, by the way. I
So
still
that would be like an entire AI magazine,
an
made
entire AI made magazine.
AI
Yes.
made magazine, printed, of course.
Yeah, yeah, and printed it. So
Wow.
we'll see what happens. Anyway, I'm trying to put this big heading that goes from left to right. So we're just going to. What did I do here? I think I put a like an auto layout, so it was doing stuff for me. But I don't want it to do stuff for me at the moment. I wanted to just like put it here. Let's use the biggest heading, the two extra large, 2XL.
Looks great.
Then we'll go all the way here. And actually, let me just delete all the stuff here. So, AI in the creative world, and it's like this heading. Yeah.
Mhm.
So it goes from left page to right page, and it's going to take uh, 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 oh 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 perfect. Okay,
It's
and then
perfect.
it takes one row and all the columns, and it starts from here all the way there. Now, what I suppose, yeah. Then I was thinking that this should be text, so maybe let me just copy this and put it over here. I already have this thing. The only thing is that is kind of annoying is that Figma doesn't have the ability to just continue text in different containers. We're discussing the idea of like actually creating a plugin for that. You know,
Oh,
whenever you're
okay.
creating new stuff like this, when you're just experimenting, you realize, oh, there's a need for a plugin that does this or
Yeah, that
this.
you might need. Uh-huh. Nice.
So we were just discussing, hey, maybe we should create a plugin, that solves that specific problem. Let me cheat and do this. Pow. And let me cheat over here. I am cheating. I am cheating. There you go. See how cool it is? Once you have a grid, it snaps so well.
Yeah, perfection.
I was the most anti-grids person you could have ever imagined. And now I'm kind of convinced that it's like, in some cases, using a grid is cool.
So
Some,
you have never used grids before?
nah, nah, they're overrated, bro. Grids, overrated, bruh. Mm. I mean, I used grids on long time ago. I used to do everything on Bootstrap, so you have to kind of use a grid because you would do everything with columns. Uh, and da 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 da, and but not anymore. So and
Here
just
you
like,
are.
I don't know, maybe someone on the crowd can tell us why use grids is cool. I keep thinking, yeah. overrated, but maybe someone on the crowd can tell us, Pablo, you're an idiot, an ignorant idiot who doesn't know the value of grits. Let me explain to you. Let me, and I'm sure it's going to be a dude, so it's going to be, let me mansplain you. Is it also mansplaining when a man explains to another man? Or is that just, um, does the mansplaining cancel itself?
Man with man cancels. Tell me planning.
Yeah. Uh,
That's a good question.
I So anyway, let's continue. Let's generating initial concepts. Let's do over here. Let's close this thing here. Let's do another one. Bow. Oh, but we wanted four. So sorry, three. So I think I'm going to use the small text and let's crunch it. Yeah, and let's crunch it to to three, no, four columns.
Four
Now,
and four.
yeah, four columns. So now we can. Ooh, this is not great. This is not perfect. What's going on? Perfection, perfection. So I can just duplicate this dude here and this dude over here, and voila!
Voila. So are we changing the images? Are we
Yeah,
choosing a cool Lumi?
these are just placeholders.
Okay, okay.
Oh, let's change them. Uh,
Ready for that.
So the cool thing is that if I click on that image, and since I use Lumi, I can just open it from here, easy peasy. And maybe we can use an image from the homepage from today. Ooh,
I made that. Oof, yeah.
oh, look who made this one.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah,
So cool.
that one. That's a cool one. So
Yeah,
let's
I
actually
love
open it and then see related images here. That way we get another image over here that's a little bit related. Oh, look at that. That looks like it was on the same photo shoot. No,
maybe.
not that one. Oh, actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna use this new setting that uses focal points so this doesn't happen. So
Ooh, okay.
do this, and well, I think the focal point on this image is not
The
correct.
belly or the legs.
Whenever I try to show this feature, uh, this just keeps happening. Hey, sometimes we don't have the focal point, the right focal point for the images. So let's use another one. Let's use this one. I like this one, and let's change it to crop. And now that it's changed to crop, we can just like move it around here.
Look at that.
Yeah, and maybe even make it a little bit bigger. What do you say? Just like, hey, don't be afraid to get cropped, bro. There you go. Wow, look at that.
It's amazing. Nice pics.
Nice, nice.
Oh, I should do more of that. I like that one. But well, yeah, I noticed that yesterday that I was uploading new images for Lumi. I noticed that they have the focal. You can get to choose where it's going to be the focal point. So you
Yeah,
can
exactly. So
nice.
whenever you like, the good thing is like, hey, putting the focal point on the face, and that way you won't get, because that's what matters usually. You don't want uh, faces to be cropped. Uh,
Mm-mm.
so okay, we have this layout. Let's do another one. Okay, last one. Okay, let's do big title, text, image, text. Is that good?
Oh yes, let's do it.
Actually duplicate this one. Let me put an extra large one. So maybe we go just all the way here, out, and we go like this. And then we said text. So we don't need this image. We can reuse a lot of this stuff.
Oh
How
see,
cool is that? How cool is that? Bow. And there you go. And
it
you know
feels
what?
like a lot of text in there in that page.
Well, yeah. Well, there's a problem with kids today. They don't want to read anymore. It's a lot of text, bro.
Looks like I'm not going to do that.
Who's gonna read that? I I say that, but I'm the worst because I get magazines only because of their looks, but I never read them anyway. I'm the worst at that stuff too.
But
Uh,
they look nice in
eh?
your shelf. They look nice in your shelves.
They look nice. Yeah. Let's let's align this to the bottom. That looks nicer. And let's put more text on this. So dummy text, dummy text, dummy text, dummy text, dummy text. There you go. Cool. Hey, bro. Yeah, bro. Why am I saying bro? I never say bro. And whenever I'm on a live stream, just like,
New words come up.
s- s-
What
my,
about that girl in red? Looks nice.
wait, what?
The one that is stand, like you have there, that one. I think it's Mariana's creation. No, Sophie. I like
Sophie.
that girl.
Ooh, look at that. Oh, yeah. You like it?
Likey.
Look at this. So nice.
Yes.
So nice. So clean.
How did you did that? How did you do that?
Command Y.
Okay.
There you go. It seems like these should have been like this.
Nice. Mm.
Hmm. I don't know what I have selected. Anyway, let's press Command Y again. There you go. We have enough templates. Good templates. Now, I was thinking of also doing creating color variables. So I think that we will want, let me just take a note of what we want. We want surface color. We got uh, foreground color, which is like text.
It's 12 o'clock.
It's 12 o'clock. It's already been an hour. Foreground color. What else do we need?
Surface for one color.
Suppose we need two surface. So surface, uh, like a like hard surface and a soft surface. Surface, soft, and foreground hard and foreground soft. Soft or subtle. Let's call it soft. I don't know why.
Okay.
So that means a white surface and also like a grayish surface and also a black text, like a dark text, and also a text that is grayish, just for text that you want it to be a little bit softer. And what other colors do we need? And I think we need it to be dark and light. So that's what we need. And so it's going to be two modes. And maybe we also want to have two modes for the body. So body font. We should have for heading and body. Well, sorry, font, family, family for heading and body. So these are the variables that I want to do. Variables. Uh, is this all making sense? You're like, Pablo, no, but I'm going to pretend that it does.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lie. This is so
Here witnessing.
yeah. So let's actually use this color. Let's create a color. This one is going to be called surface hard surface, and it's going to be well, white. Let's add another color variable, and it's going to be called surface soft, and maybe this one's a little bit grayish around there. Let's create another variable that is going to be color one that is called foreground or text. Foreground hardcore, and we're gonna paste that color we just used. And then let me right click and duplicate this variable, and this one is going to be called soft, and it's going to be just a little bit lighter grayish, like a blue grayish. Cool. Is that cool? Maybe just a little bit lighter.
Cool.
Cool. Okay, we have four colors here. Now let's select everything and let's just use four colors. So foreground hard. Uh, this one is going to be surface hard. This one is going to be foreground hard. This one is going to be surface soft. This one is going to be foreground soft, foreground hard, and then this one. What is this one? I actually don't even know. Oh, it's just the. Let's remove this. So now all of our text has variables. Boom, baby.
Ooh.
And even I think that even the all of this stuff, yeah. And yeah, we got this. We got this.
Yeah. Also, we got some replies regarding the importance of a grid.
Oh, somebody questioning my wisdom about how grids are overkill sometimes. Most of the
Actually, Lara says the grid helps create visual hierarchy, balance white space, and ensure alignment and proportion. It makes the design look clean and organized. Agree?
I mean, you can do all of that without a grid too. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that. Yeah, I'm just like I love it when someone just like tells me, Pablo, you're wrong, and I'm like, "Yeah, but maybe I'm not that
They're
wrong."
like, me.
So okay, let's put two different. Let's put this as light. Ooh, light, light, and let's duplicate this bad boy and let's put it dark. And let's do the opposite. So now we want this color over here. We want this color over here. We want this color over here. And we want this color over here. It's kind of like an inverse. You see that?
Yeah,
Let's see if we can apply it. Let's see if it works. Let me duplicate this dude and say, hey, instead of light, let's do dark. Ow, baby.
wow. Now all makes sense.
It all makes sense.
Wow.
Hmm. This is actually, I'm realizing this was already, this is not actually surface. Hmm. No, but it is a surface. Surface. Oh, I see what's going on. Yeah. But this should be a background, but it's not a background. It's just that I did an inverse here, a switcheroo.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if I'm being making any sense. But what I need to do is duplicate this variable, inverse surface, and let's duplicate this variable. No, hold on. Let's put it over here. Inverted surface and foreground hard. Let's duplicate this variable and put it inverted foreground, which puts it like this, inverted slash. Let's put this a slash here. There you go. So the inverted has its own group, and this should be inverted. So it's going to be like, Pablo, I don't know what you're talking about, but okay.
That's me.
Yeah, it's just that I want to guarantee that it's just a small detail. For example, this one should also be an inverted surface. This should be inverted. No, hold on. Surface should be. I'm an idiot. What am I doing? Foreground and inverted, and then this should be surface. Is that what I'm trying to do? Hold on, inverted surface. No, this should be opposite. This should be how many? This should be foreground, and this should be surface. Uh, Foreground, and this should be surface. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. And now this should be foreground, and then this should be, sorry, this should be foreground. Ah, my God, I'm doing it all opposite. And then the fill should be surface. There you go. I was doing it wrong. I was doing it wrong, and that's because I called them wrong. So that means that uh, even when you have a light theme, you can still do dark stuff. Does that make sense? So
Mhm.
the inverted of a light will be like black and white instead of white and black. So that way, when I invert this and I go from light to dark, then this
Ah,
also inverts.
what about the heading?
Yo, what the hell?
What the heck?
This should have been also inverted. It should have been inverted foreground. Let's see if I have, yeah, this one's inverted foreground. This should have been inverted foreground. Uh, what else? What else?
Okay, okay.
Yeah, but I'm realizing that this one only works if it's white text because the image is dark. Then we need just like a base color that is called white and black. That is always white and is always white. Does that make sense? So
Makes sense.
you're like, sure.
Makes sense. Of course.
CCC. CCC. So base, black, uh, and no, rename. No, I don't want it to be inverted. It should just be base. There you go. No, inverted should be up here. The base should be base black and it should be the same on both modes. And duplicate variable, this should be white and un, dos, tres, un, dos, tres, and then that's it. So even on light or dark mode, white will always be white and black will always be black. So that
Okay.
means that this should be just using the base color that is white. And yeah, maybe this one too, because yeah, this should be using the base color that is white. Because it's a dark image. But this one is okay to invert it. You're like, yeah, sure. What?
It's cool. It's cool that you think out loud, so I can get to know what you are doing. Well, try to understand.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's do full on. Let's do this and let's change this to be image fill. And this should be on the bottom left. There you go. And this should be white. Yeah, base white. There you go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So, okay, so let's do it again. Let's try it again. Let's do this. And let's go and change it from light to dark. And all text should be readable. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Yeah, all text is readable. Over here is inverted. That's fine.
It's cool.
There you go. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Anyway, yeah, that's using that. And I was thinking that we could also do uh, variables for the body of the text. So this is going to be an experiment. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. But I think I need to create a new collection. So I'm going to create a collection that's called type. And inside type, I'm going to create a new variable that is going to be just a string variable. It's going to be called family heading. And duplicate this. Well, and this one is going to be, what is this here? What am I using here? This is using, well, it's using enter. So let's just use enter here. And let's do another one. Duplicate the variable, and this is going to be butty, debati, and the party is going to be libre Baskerville. Libre Baskerville. Okay, cool. So we have just like a serious mode. And then let's add another mode that is like the fun mode. Yeah? You into that?
Okay.
So like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure. Blah, blah, blah. Foreground art, and this should be dark. Yo. Anyway, let's change this. Let's try to find another fun font. What is a fun font you would recommend?
Oh my god, no idea.
No? Let's. What if we do this one? AI in the creative world is a new wave. It's kind of dumb, huh? No. Okay. Let's do. Wow, this is me being totally lost.
Whoa. Whoa.
So many fonts, dude.
Yeah, like it's hard to choose.
Let's do.
That looks nice.
That look nice. Okay, cool. It's nominated. Let's see if we find another one in the next 5 seconds. Notice so many fonts.
2,
Oi.
1.
Hey, I like it.
CCC. Wow.
Okay, so let's
Funny.
change to oi, and let's change the body to another font, and maybe this one is Inter. Actually, what do you say? So now we go on all of these, and here instead of this, we're going to use a variable. Oh my God, heading. All of these should be changed instead of. Oh no, this is sorry. This should be not heading but body, and this should be not a property, but it should be a variable that is body. And I wish I could do this easier. Butty. And last one, butty. I'm using variables, text variables, bro.
Ooh. Oh, text variables. Is that your last? The last.
The last lesson in our course. Yeah,
That was the word I was looking for.
and now I'm using it on a real thing, So it's kind
Nice.
of, because I mean we did an exercise in the course, but now on this one I do want to try it. This is a real thing.
Oh yeah, a live exercise.
And okay, heading. I changed all of our textiles to be using that, and now type. I can go from serious to fun. Oh, bro!
Oh,
Oh, bro!
it looks pretty cool. What's the name of the typography foreground?
Yeah. It changed this from Liber Baskerville to Inter. This font is called Oi. I think it's a free font that you can find somewhere. It looks like this is a little bit too big. So the sizes are too big for this font. Maybe we can find another font. What will be another good font? But we made it, Hey, this is cool. Like, what will be another cool font that we could use? It could be, oh man, again, we're gonna go and try to find a font.
Here we go to the font ocean.
It's kind of fun. Rubik is kind of cool. Rubik glitch, Ruby Beastly. I think just Ruby. Ruby. So let's go and change this instead of oil. Let's call it to change it to Rubik. And let's see what happens over here. There you go. It's changed everywhere.
Oh wow,
Rubik is not as fun, huh?
it was funnier the last one.
Okay, let's try to find another one then.
Okay.
What about Rubik 1?
Rubik, funnier Rubik.
Ruby, 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 Ruby. Ooh, Sharp Grotesque. Ooh,
Let's see.
Sharp Le Grotesque. Uh, no. Damn. We're not finding any fun fonts.
Come on. I'm not having fun looking at fun.
Ultra. Let's do Ultra. Ooh, baby. Baby, baby. Oh, baby, baby. Let's see. I change it here and press enter.
Three, two, one.
Hey, this
Yeah.
this
Yes.
is cool. Yeah. Okay. Need some adjustments in some. This font still also runs a little bit too big in some places. So just some adjustments to do. But this is the power of variables. Where it's like a maybe one page in your editorial magazine. Maybe you do this page on dark mode with the fun thing. But then the next one is going to be the sorry, the light mode with the serious fonts. So look at that differences. Differences. That's pretty fun, huh? So I think we did everything we wanted. Yeah, text variables for body. Yeah. Interesting. So I'm going to show this again. This should be called, let me go to collection one. Oh, man. Let me rename the collection. This should be called theme. So we have theme and type, and on type we have two different modes: serious and fun. And all we did was just change the family. And then on the theme, what we did just like have some basic colors where we have for two modes, light and dark, and we have for surface and for text foreground. I'm calling it here. And then we also have just base colors when you just want black to always be black. Either way, if it is a light or a dark mode, and white to be white. And then also for inverted, whenever you want to have an inverted surface or an inverted foreground. And we can create really cool stuff like this.
Looks really cool. I like it.
Where
So you just made a magazine. How cool.
we just made a little magazine. Yeah, boy.
In Figma.
In the Figmas. Yeah. You could do a great, helps a lot with responsive design and design dev handout aspects. The great helps. Yeah. A lot of people
Great.
defending grids. Still, you're still defending grids. Overrated, bro. Overrated when I just like did something that was depending a lot on grids. I still stuck to my old ways. But yeah, thank you everyone who's here. Tobias, Tobias Lenin, Angelo.
And
Yeah.
that's nice. It's like
This,
it's
this
late.
one- yeah, this file we should put it out there for the community so they can use it, right?
Yeah, it's cool. You can put it on the Discord of together so they can get to see that you actually use textiles and variables.
Yeah, and for those who don't know, we should promote something. Well, yeah, you should go to, hold on, how do I find this thing? Hold on, give me 1 second.
Master Gorgeous Design course.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, you have that thing. I can also share
Oh, the video. I love it.
copy URL. Yeah, so there's a URL. I put it right there. So it's a UI design course. We're still working on it. We're actively adding more and more stuff. Every week we keep adding more and more lessons. We just finished the typography section, and we're keeping a low price while we're still building it. Once we finish it, then the price is going to go up, bro. And then you're gonna be like, ooh, I should have bought it when I had the time to save myself a little bit of money. So, but yeah, and you buy the course and then you get access to our Discord, and there we try to help each other. There's a lot of people just like sharing stuff there, and it's a cool community. We're just starting, so we're really excited. We haven't even talking about like creating our own. We have been using Gumroad for course, but Gumroad has some limitations on how, like, if you want to check your progress, if you want to tell people, I just finished this and share stuff about it. It's not built for that. Gumroad is built for digital content that you want to sell, and you can kind of hack it to put a course in it, and it's okay. It's working well. But now we're thinking, dude, like maybe we should, as part of the course, like build our own app, like a simple app for consuming courses that is very simple, very just focus on consuming the content in a zen environment, and then just like getting your check marks at the end, saying like, you did it well.
But
So
also, in the meantime, you can join our Discord and share the work. Share, share your work with all. We can all comment, and yeah, it's gonna be cool. We're a cool community, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
VD's there answering questions, dude, which is nice. That way I don't have to answer it. Okay, well, let's go. Vidi, thank you so much for joining.
Thank
Everyone
you.
else who was here, thank you so much for joining us while we were ranting about different things, while we were sharing our feelings about feeling blocked.
The criminalistic stuff, therapy session, designing thing, a bunch of things we learned today.
Yeah, we went into talking about like criminal stuff, how to commit the perfect crime. Uh, Lots of learnings today.
Really cool, Pabs. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, PD. Thank you, everyone. This is going to be recorded, so if you want to check it again, and hopefully, and join our community, join the course, we're going to share that file too, so others can use it. And use Lumi.
It's beautiful. We love Lumi.
We love Lumi, and just to spread your stuff. See you around. Thank you, everyone.
Have a good one.
Bye bye. Let's put an image here that is like this. Yeah, boy.